Alright guys, so this week I want to offer you a challenge. So the clip that you saw at the beginning of this video is just something that I threw together in Unreal Engine, and you'll find a download link to that video in the description below. So here's the challenge. It's real simple. I want you to sound design it. The only catch is, you have to use things that are found around your house. Once you're finished, upload it to YouTube and then drop the link in the comments below. And while you're down there, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Once we've got a few entries, I'll pull them all together, pick the best ones, and then we'll show them off. But for now, let's take a look at how I created mine. So as I mentioned, we're only using items found around the house. So this is what I went with. Alright, so for my comp, I actually started with the explosion, because that's really where our meat and potatoes is. Now I'm hungry. Of our whole video clip here. So I did these exactly the same way as I did the explosion in my very first video. Lots of reverb, EQ'd out some of the metallic hit of the dryer and the washer. And once again, as I've done in multiple videos, we went right back into MH Thump. And this is what we came out with. Which, like I said, we did the same process as the big explosion we did in the first video, and it sounds quite a bit like that first explosion. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this down, and then we'll move on to the actual flyby of the rocket. So what I ended up doing for the rocket flyby is I actually ended up getting rid of the shower curtain and the curtain rod. There's just too much high metallic in there. I could actually get away with just using the air freshener and the sliding glass door. As far as the air freshener goes, I really just took a chunk out and kind of used it to blend in. Most of the sound of the flyby came directly from the sliding glass door. So you can see here once we zoom in, what I actually ended up doing was taking different parts of the door opening and closing. So for example, when the rocket took off, it just took a chunk out of the sliding glass door. For the second camera angle where the rocket's coming into frame, that's when I used the door opening. And then for once it got to the middle and then flew by, that's when I used the door closing, just to kind of help give it that Doppler effect. And then once we got to the third camera angle where the rocket's coming in from the left side, that was the door opening again, for Doppler type effect. And you can also see that we did some volume and pan automation, again, just to try to give that a little bit of perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and mute the explosion here, and then you can hear what this comp sounds like. As you can see at the top here, I do have markers in place, and that's because this video window, while I'm recording my screen, it's really choppy and gets out of sync very quickly. So I've just been keeping it off to the side. But as far as complete playback, it's garbage when trying to record my screen and do this at the same time. But with the air freshener and the sliding glass door flyby mixed with the explosion sound, this is what we end up with. And there's still a lot of metallic in that explosion that I don't necessarily care for. But that's what happens when you're only using household items to make your Foley sessions. And so the last thing that I want to do to kind of tie this all together is I want to try and get some ambient room tone for this kind of warehouse missile test range that we're in. It's not something that I recorded, you know, when I was doing all of my Foley recordings, but room tone really isn't that hard to come by. So we're going to go ahead and grab some room tone and see how it all sounds together. So I went ahead and grabbed some room tone, and I just grabbed it near where my central air intake is. That way you get the fan humming, and it kind of has that industrious sound. So we're going to go ahead and take a listen to all that together. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up on my comp for the video. As I mentioned, I really want to see what you guys are able to create, so make sure you grab the download link in the description below for that video. Make sure you put it up on YouTube, put hashtag the sound effects guy in the title. That way I can find it. Drop the link in the comments below. While you're down there, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And as always, if there's anything that you'd like to see in my videos, please feel free to let me know. You can drop that down in the comments section below, or you can get a hold of me on any one of these social media channels. Until next time.